I said it recently, when I watched The Murderer Lives at number 21. The Masters of Cinema for me is a superb set of movies that I've been collecting for a number of years. And every now and again you just go and pull one out and it is so good that it just reaffirms and reignites me wanting to delve further into this collection. The recent one I watched was number 2 in the series, which is Mad Detective. And dear goodness, this thing is just utterly brilliant. I loved it. Everything about it, almost immediately, the whole look of the movie, the feeling of it was immense. And we follow our lead detective of Bunn, who has some serious issues, but he's also incredibly intuitive and smart and intelligent along the way. And there's one line in this movie that I just found to be ultimately compelling, and the driving force of our main character is, when you're investigating something, throw logic out of the window and go on feeling. And that's what our main character does. He's constantly feeling any situation and putting his self in that person's mindset. Now, at the start, we see our mad detective and his boss is retiring, and as a present for him, he cuts off his ear and gives it to him. We jump a period of time to find out that he has been sacked from the police force. He's kind of living alone. He's forlorn and not very happy in his current life. And then Inspector Ho comes to him, someone that's admired this guy for the longest while, and asks for his help in a case. The murder case involves 2 cops, one who vanished and one who is possibly suspected of being up to no good. But what we get is character studies. We get a character study of Bond as he tries to deal with his trauma and his insight into knowing that this case may very well kill him because he puts as much of himself into it as possible. We get Ho as he tries to become the police officer that he's going to be, as he starts off kind of following Bond's craziness, ultimately thinking that maybe he has gone too far, and dealing with the person that he wants to become. He's discovering himself as an inspector in the police force, as a person, by following this person that he admired so much, who he's starting to realise isn't as great as he first thought. I loved everything about Bun. I loved his whole character. I loved the fact that he sees people's inner visions of them, and he is so struck by this police officer who they're following, who they suspect to have done ill dealings because they have 7 inner personalities. And to see Bun kind of deal with these and talk to these people and see things through his eyes is just wonderfully executed. Johnnie To really captures the imagination of this movie with some wonderful directing touches, and because we have this strange idea of seeing these inner personalities in reality moving about, it does a lot to really try and cram them into the movie to make it look and feel as if we're inside Bun's head at certain points. The mystery at the heart of it is great as well, but it's not the driving force in the movie. No, the driving force is the relationship between the characters, and I loved so many scenes in this. We get this idea of his wife constantly berating him, constantly just aggravating him, becoming the voice of reason and tearing him down and trying him not to do anything that's too self-destructive, and even that leads to strange revelations later on as we get surprises upon surprises. And I really don't want to spoil too much about this movie because I found it to be utterly delightful and just fantastic, a little bit whimsical, almost had this kind of fairy tale feel about the movie when you're watching it, just the idea. And I found that before with the other Masters of Cinema Johnnie To movie Throwdown. I had that kind of whimsical fairy tale kind of narrative feeling about it, and the way it was filmed, and this fits into that aesthetic as well. The performances are amazing. The story has so much imagination and heart and creativity. It can't help but just be compelling. Mad Detective was an instant 5 out of 5. I love this. This is my kind of movie. I just utterly wowed by it, and I'm kind of annoyed with myself for waiting so long to get into this one. But don't be like me. Don't be stupid. Get a hold of Mad Detective and watch it immediately. I think you guys will love it, and I would love to know your opinion on this one. Let me know in the comment box below, and I will see you next time on Man v Film.